And we are back. How's everybody doing? We are about to do a review of, let's see, Lucy Lismore. I have never, ever watched her channel, not one time. But I'm doing this thing where I'm going to every week do a few videos where I review other people's weight loss journeys and weight loss advice, just to add my 2 cents, because whether people like to admit it or not, I'm an expert at this shit. So what we're going to do is we are going to every week have at least a few videos that discuss other people's weight loss content and talk about their advice and see how it goes. So this, we might as well get right to it. This is Lucy Lismore, and she is discussing the dark side of weight loss. So I've never watched her channel. Actually, but since I'm doing this, I will subscribe to her channel. And no matter what, I'm going to click like on this. And I'm not going to read the description. I'm avoiding that, and I am just going to go to it. Hang on. Am I still using No Morbidity? I am not. I am trying to be supplement free. And it's not because I don't think it's an amazing product. Obviously, I do. It was my idea, right? It is literally because I am trying to make sure that I don't need to depend upon anything that I can't grow, raise, or whatever. I've even come off TRT for a little while, just because I wanted to make sure I could, just in case the world goes fucking crazy. And I don't care what people say about that, but I wanted to make sure that in no way, shape, or form am I dependent upon anything that I have to buy from a pharmacy or buy from a store. And within the next 2 to 4 years, the entire goal is for Crystal and I to be able to raise and grow all of our own food and medicines, and basically, medicinal items. That is literally our complete goal for the next 2 to 4 years, because I don't want to be dependent upon people that can fuck with me. So, and that's just the truth. And not that these people would. I still have bottles of it, that if I was having trouble with food, I would. But as I've always told everybody, let's talk about this real quick. I always told everybody that No Morbidity and alchemy is being reformulated, from what I understand, but they were meant to be tools for you to get a hold of your healthy habits. I lead an extremely healthy lifestyle. I am physically active. I try to do my very best to, when we do have indulgences, I keep them to very minimal indulgences. We cook almost all of our own meals in house, and by cook, I'm normally buying a whole loin of something and butchering it down myself into the parts we need, grinding it, whatever we need to do. Right? I am trying to make it so. Crystal and I are trying to make it so that we don't need anything. For instance, I have some allergy congestion going on. So this morning, I drank some mullein tea with roselle in it, and this weekend, Crystal and I are making our own quercetin. So, and we're making our own quercetin using grapefruit skins, orange skins, and onion skins, boiling them down like we're making our own medicine. We have elderberry trees and beautyberry bushes that we collect from and make our own syrups from, like those sorts of things. So while I tell you, if you are having a hard time controlling your hunger, No Morbidity is an amazing, amazing product. Literally works on blunting the biological mechanism that controls ghrelin in your stomach. It literally diminishes that, but also it has other mechanisms to help control your hunger levels. It helps control the processing of food. If your ghrelin is diminished, you need less of your natural GLP-1, and that's why it works. It took away almost all of my hunger, and something like berberine or alchemy took away all of my sugar cravings. I use that time to then not eat sugar that much, and I use that time to shrink my stomach down to a much smaller version of it. Like, I can't physically eat the amount of food I used to eat. I just simply cannot. And my cravings are now savory cravings. For instance, one of our indulgence last night was oven roasted potato wedges with malt vinegar and salt on them and a little bit of hot sauce. So white potato is what I had. Instead of something sweet, I had white potato. So that's what I'm trying to get to people. Like, even if you buy No Morbidity, which go, if you are having trouble with your hunger, go do it. I do suggest you instead, like, if you're going to buy No Morbidity, if you think you need that much help, spend $9.99 a month and join the app, which I just put in here, and you can also get it right here. It is on Google right now. I'm working on the iOS version. Please do download the app. Even if you just want to use it for free, you'll get ads, but it will still be beneficial for me and for you. Trust me. So this is very important to remember. Supplements are all supposed to be supplemental. They are not supposed to replace food. They are not supposed to replace anything. They're not supposed to replace healthy habits. They are meant to try to be as healthy as possible and build healthy habits around that. That is all. Supplements, supplements to me are just like medications. You should not be on one forever. It should not be a forever thing. It should be something that you use in supplementation to your current lifestyle to build a healthier, sustainable lifestyle. Once I realized I was able to pretty much not be hungry without it, I basically couldn't take it for a week because we were gone and for Christmas. I realized, like, maybe I can just try to be without it. I've been without No Morbidity for about 4 months now, and I have no physical hunger. I'm well in control, but I still count my days. I'm 1,921 days today, binge free. I still wake up. I get plenty of this. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. But I get plenty of water. I get about 1.5 gallons in a day. I take good care of myself. I eat almost completely whole foods. I eat almost completely, I processed carbs are what I consider a true indulgence. We went out like going out to eat. I will get a burger or a sandwich. Like, very, very. I haven't had ice cream, and I can't even tell you how long, just because it's not worth it to me. I don't even like the flavor of it anymore. It all tastes way too sweet to me. But anyway, let's get to this. Great question. Thank you very much. Well, everyone's stomach will shrink slowly over time. It will stretch out over time. Can even stretch out if you already had surgery. Absolutely. We have many people in our coaching, which we are still doing coaching, by the way. If any of you are interested in one-on-one coaching, let me know. But we have had many, many, many people join our coaching because they started regaining weight after their weight loss surgery. Many, many, many. So let's do this. At least you carry it well. Nobody carries being fat well.
As long
Just real quick, if I use any products, it's either going to be clean form or ambrosia, because I know they're third party tested. I'm associated and ambrosia, obviously, my idea, the No Morbidity. So I absolutely would still use their products. Shit, I got hydroglyph right here. I still occasionally use that, and I still like I said, I bought all No Morbidity right over here. It's not like I wouldn't use it, but I'm in control. And as long as I'm in control, I don't want to have to lean on anything.
as I can remember, I was always chubby. I was never sporty. I was never
That's not chubby, that's obese.
athletic. In fact, I was so scared
That's obese.
of PE in school, and that was
It's very weird how younger people think that that's chubby. No, that's obese. And I'm not harshing on her. You were obese. You were not chubby.
always coupled with just being extremely shy. At 19, I moved halfway across the world to Australia, and I started working full time. And I would spend every single morning, without a doubt, cycling through my wardrobe, crying because nothing fit me or nothing looked good on me. Ironically, looking back at that time now, I was in this naive, innocent, and ignorant body image bubble, and I was so used to the way I felt that actually, on reflection, I was probably more satisfied then with my body image than I am now. I knew I needed to lose weight, but I didn't really care enough to commit to actually doing
So you were better with your body image then than you are now? Really?
anything about it. Now, I'm always a great believer that when you want something,
The clothes you're wearing right now do not say that to me. You seem to feel more open to sharing your shoulders, your arms, that sort of thing, where all the old photos you're showing are not.
truly want something,
except for the one at the beach.
will make it happen, regardless of anything else that might happen. And that is exactly what happened to me. One fateful night, I was watching a TV show, and it was like a switch just flipped in my mind. Nothing was going to change the course of actions that I was going to do. And I was excited, and I was driven, and I just knew it was going to work out. I was going to lose weight, and it was going to make me happy. And so began a journey, which ended up with me losing well over 35 kilos, which is kind of around 70 pounds for my imperial friends, which is still weird for me to say.
77.
Because I feel like an imposter when I say that. Yeah, you heard me right. I feel like an imposter. And see, here's the thing that not a lot of people talk about when it comes to weight loss, and I felt like I learned the hard way, and that is that losing weight and in your mind improving the way your body looks will not improve your relationship with your body. I have said time and time again.
I call bullshit. I mean, I'm sorry. So you're trying to say that you go from abusing your body on a daily basis to be morbidly obese to then not abusing your body, and you don't call that an improved relationship. I'm interested to hear more.
And in so many of my videos that I am far more critical of my body now than I ever was in the past. And that still stands true.
No, you're not. I don't believe that. When people say that, I don't believe that. Like, I'm more critical of myself now that I have abs. Nope, I don't think so. I think you just suppressed it a lot more. You said you were literally crying a little bit ago. And again, this is my first impression of her. I'm sure everybody likes her. And I call it, you guys all know that I say stuff exactly how I see it. I don't like when fitness influencers do this. You're giving the impression to people that when they lose weight, they're not going to be happy with the results. And you are clearly happy with your results.
Obviously, after losing weight, I maintained that for several years. And I started to realize that after the initial happiness had worn off, I still felt the same about my body. I felt critical, I felt uncomfortable, and that kind of left me confused. Losing weight was meant to make me happy. So why wasn't I happy yet? And then slowly but surely, I started putting the pieces of the jigsaw
I guarantee you were happier
together. Over time, I realized that the factors that had led me to gaining weight in the first place were still there. They had never changed. They were never solved by me losing weight. In reality, being overweight was never the cause of those issues. It was actually the symptom. I'm talking about things like a low sense of self-worth, a lack of purpose, boredom, and loneliness. No wonder losing weight didn't make me miraculously happy, because it didn't solve any of those problems. I needed to address those issues to achieve what I...
So, yeah, it did. You had self-purpose by the work you put in to lose weight. I don't know about your social life. I would imagine it improved. I don't know, because that has very little to do with it nowadays. But I don't understand, like, why this seems disingenuous to me a little bit. And again, I was all for hoping, because there's somebody in the chat that said that they like your stuff. I'm not finding when people that are fit do this, like the things I learned in weight loss, people do treat me better when I've lost weight. Yeah, because you treated your fucking self better and society better. If you're gluttonous and you hurt yourself and then disproportionately burden society, why would you expect society to treat you well? We are evolutionarily wired to realize that you are the symbol of burden, right? And you start treating yourself better, and then society starts treating you better. Like, men started hitting on me more. Yeah, because you're more attractive. Will nobody else say these? Again, I am considered the mean person by saying, no, it's fucking true. So I'm not trying to dog you. Great job losing the 77 pounds. Seriously, great job. I'm sure you put in the work, but to pretend that you don't like yourself better now is bullshit to me. It is almost, I don't know if it's a marketing ploy or you actually believe this, but there's no evidence of it by what you're actually showing. So I don't know.
I was looking for. And luckily for me, that changed. One year, I set myself a goal to do a chin-up, and I completely fell in love with a form of training called calisthenics. I had never heard of it before, and it was extremely difficult, but also...
So you found purpose.
So rewarding. In fact, I would go as far as to say that goal to do one chin-up changed the course of my life entirely. But through this training, I found happiness, I found purpose, I found self-esteem, I made friends and connections. I just genuinely became a more authentic version of myself. And I always cringe a little bit when I say that, but it is so true. It was a part of me that was buried deep inside that I'd never experienced in my life.
So weight loss and fitness did, in fact, make you happier.
So confident and passionate, I moved back to England after 11 years in Australia. I started a new career after leaving my degree in science to become a personal trainer. I set up a personal training business, and I started training other women. I started a YouTube channel to help other women get into calisthenics, and I just loved it.
Good for you.
Somewhere in my new active lifestyle and along that path,
So in other words, it did make you happy. It did solve a lot of your problems. did it not?
Stumbled across hiking. I'd never done it before, but I really, really enjoyed it. And that very quickly escalated. I started hiking more, getting outdoors, solo traveling, climbing, and I again absolutely fell in love. I moved my personal training business online, which freed up a little bit of my time and meant that I could really focus on the outdoor aspect. I worked towards and qualified as a mountain leader, and I opened a second business, which is entirely dedicated to getting women into the
Because of fitness. I'm missing the darkness of here. I'm missing the dark reality here.
outdoors and building community, the things that I really lacked all along. The weird catch-22 here is that weight loss was the thing that facilitated all of these things that brought so much to my life, and ironically with the things that I was lacking, which potentially caused me to gain weight in the first place: loneliness, connection, a sense of purpose, confidence. We'd come full circle and I was happy now. Or was I? Let me preface this with saying that I would not change anything. I live in a much more functional and healthy body, minus my spine. That allows me to do so many amazing things. And I'm not sure that that would have happened had I maintained or continued gaining weight before. It's introduced me to my hobbies as well as my career and my friends, and it's brought so much to my life. That cannot be disputed. But one thing that has remained is that I do still struggle with my body. And I know I'm not alone. I know a lot of people struggle with their bodies. But when I think back to old...
Wah. Fucking wah. Fucking wah. This is very unprofessionally fitness of you. You're telling your audience who looks to you for fitness advice, because you are a very fit person and you're very athletic and you should be very proud of the progress you've made. They look to you for fitness advice because they want to feel better about themselves and they want to view themselves in a better light. And you're telling them that that's impossible almost. Well, let me tell you, motherfuckers, something. I weighed almost 300 pounds. I hated that motherfucker. I hated that fat, sloppy, fucking big ass, fucking bellied piece of shit human being that used to glutton themselves just to be stronger. I love my body now. Compared to what it was before, absolutely. Do I think it is the best body? No. Do I give a fuck? No. You know why? Because it's way the fuck better than it was before, and I worked my fucking ass off for it. I literally worked my fucking ass off for it. So I'm going to point out to you that this is extremely unprofessional of you. It is demotivating your audience. It is almost making them so they need to look for you for the motivation to keep going because you share something. That is a problem. And you may not have done this on purpose. You may not have. But I'm telling you that that's how it comes across to somebody that has helped thousands of people lose weight and escape obesity. Thousands. I have one-on-one consultations with our clients every fucking week. One-on-one video consultations. I have talked to people who cannot fucking stand themselves. And we had one person that she just wanted to lose a little bit of weight so she could go skydiving, so she could hit the minimum. She is now not only at a healthy weight, not only runs marathons, but she's a fucking skydive instructor, right? We have had, I cannot count how many women come to us because they were too heavy to get pregnant who have had babies. You stating that it is not going to help with shit that it does help with. You clearly know it helped you. You clearly know this. The complaining after the success is a fucking problem in the fitness industry. It really is. It's a fucking problem.
Me, the first version of me. I think had I shown her a photo of me now doing the things that I do, she would never have believed that that was possible, and she would have said that that person would never have had these issues that she was experiencing. Yet I'm afflicted with them just as much as ever. You guys have seen the ups and downs.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, I call bullshit. I literally call bullshit. There is no dark side to losing weight once you get to a healthy athletic weight. If you keep going and get and lose too much weight, that's dark. Okay? If you get obsessive about every ounce of body fat, but if you just get to how she is, she's athletic, she's not too lean, she has musculature to her. If you get to how I am, where I'm athletic, I'm not too lean, I'm not fat, I have a healthy waist height ratio, and I'm happy to stay as healthy as I can, there is no fucking negative. None. To tell I will tell all of you, I live hunger-free and happy. I'm the angry bald man, yes, but my life, I'm hunger-free and happy. to pretend your life is still the shit box it was when you were fat to your audience is in fact horrible for you to fucking do. Horrible. If it's true, you shouldn't be giving people fucking advice because you want to better their fucking life. If it's not true, you're just fucking pandering to try to fucking seem more relatable to people. And that's some bullshit too. Your life is not relatable to other people's lives. My life is not relatable to other people's life. I literally sat down in a fucking chair and built an app for a fucking year because we're able to do that because we work online just like you fucking work online. You talking to people how it didn't help you is visibly untrue to me. Visibly untrue. Yes, as far as I know, Ambrosia is third-party tested for all of their products. It's their company standard, unless that's changed and nobody told me.
Of how this journey has played out, and I must say that I have gotten a lot better with dealing with this as the years have gone on. And I do truly believe, for me, that happiness is not directly correlated to how much space I physically take up. I have experienced all sides of
bullshit. Bullshit. You just said that you're doing stuff that that the old you would have never thought. Bullshit. That's bullshit.
This body image conundrum. I've been happy, I've been sad, I've gained weight, I've lost, and I've just come to terms with the fact that for the most part, it's just going to be background noise, but I can blur that out if I need to. The interesting thing is that societally, based off some of the comments that were said to me before I lost weight, people surely would see me differently and not have anything negative to say, right? Well, that's not quite the case.
Wah.
And I think that sums up this video perfectly. No
fucking wah. You care less. You clearly care less because you're not crying trying to pick out outfits no more. Lucy, is that her name, Lucy? Yeah. I'm not saying you're a bad trainer. You seem to be very knowledgeable and very good at what you do. I'm not saying you're not great at what you do. I'm not saying that you haven't helped a bunch of people. What I am saying is this whole fucking video is bullshit. This whole video seems like fucking pandering, and I can't stand that shit. People that are big, they need to be told the fucking truth. And one of the very fucking serious truths is that if you are obese, which you were, and you get to an athletic, healthy state, you will be fucking happier. You know why? Because you will not be in a state of systemic inflammation. You will not have pain like you would have pain. You will be happier. Period. It is literally shown in science. We have data to prove it because being obese does lead to more depression, anxiety, those sorts of things. Are you trying to say that you still have the same issues? No, the fuck you do not. They're at least not to anywhere near the fucking degree. And you should be kind of ashamed of yourself for putting that video out. I know that this isn't the ass kissing you're probably used to if you do watch this. So just understand that I call things how I fucking see them. And I can clearly tell you that you, in fact, are happier now. You, in fact, kind of just bullshitted your audience, whether you meant to or not. I don't know if this was a video you felt you needed to make, and I don't give a shit. What I can tell you is you likely damaged a few people in your audience by making them think that, oh shit, even if I get healthy, I'm still going to have fucking problems. And that is not fucking true. They may still have problems, but they're not going to be the problems of, I can't walk up the fucking stairs. Oh, you're still not going to like your body? Yeah, the fuck you will. You like your body better? You're doing fucking handstands, showing the fuck off and everything like that. Like, you telling me you don't like what your body can do now compared to then? You're lying. I don't understand why people do this. What's wrong with the fucking fitness industry? Somebody said she contradicted herself a lot. She did. She contradicted herself a fucking shit ton. Do better. What the fuck? All right, I'll take some Q&A. That was disappointing. I was hoping to fucking that's very fucking disappointing. It really was. I love Lucy. She helped me when I first started my journey through encouragement and doing her calisthenics too. I honestly, I'm happy that she helped people. And like I said, I believe she probably has helped a bunch of people. But this video is fucked up. You know, this video is fucked up. This video could be discouraging to a lot of fucking people. Like a lot of people, it could be discouraging. What's up, Mike? How the fuck you doing? Oop. I've never heard of someone losing a lot of fat and not feeling and looking better. I mean, come on now. I mean, it's exactly look, coming from someone who's 286 pounds and is keeping it off. Fucking everybody congratulate her, by the way. And I know we've congratulated you a bunch of times, but anytime anybody ever fucking states that shit, that should be fucking congratulated. Fuck yeah. I'm happier with my quality of life than whenever I was big. Of course. Of course. Maybe she has body dysmorphia. No, I don't believe so. I don't. I really think that this was a. If she had body dysmorphia, she wouldn't have shown herself basically showing off doing all the fitness shit, right? Like that's the thing. It's the same thing. Like people that claim they have anorexia, like you don't actually fucking have anorexia when you show yourself eating on camera all the fucking time. It's something an anorexic would never fucking do, ever, ever, ever. So the dark side of weight loss is the fact that it didn't magically make you happy 100%, and the time to solve all your problems. Wow, I could think of dealing. No shit, I could deal with a little bit of that darkness. And by the way, she ended up saying that it actually did, in fact, then show her community and shit like that. I used to punish myself for being fat. I'd feel guilty and embarrassed for sweating in the summer. I sweat in the summer, everybody, and you should. I give myself so much grace after losing 70 pounds. Good for you and great fucking job. Everybody congratulate Megan. That's a fucking great job. 70 pounds, great goddamn job. The dark side is probably being judged still by fat people. Probably. What it's trying to do is she's trying to build association with people. Like, I still have the same problems as you, so let me help you at least lose the weight. But what she doesn't understand, because that's them trying to build connection. It's the same thing as Jimmy does. James Capola. James Capola talks about like he defends all that bullshit and blah blah blah, but by his program too. And don't get me wrong, by my coaching. But I'm not going to. I'm going to tell you, if you're fat, I'll help you lose weight because you need to fucking lose weight for your health. That's the difference. You will feel better about yourself. Your self-image will get better. Period. I'm not saying your self-image. I'm not going to say you're going to think you're the most gorgeous person on the planet. That's ridiculous. And if you do, that's not feeling better about yourself. That's wanting to be a narcissist, which, it's not like we don't have enough of those already, but that's just still bullshit. This is right. Maybe having new friends is maybe having to find a whole new friend circle, which is what she did. I remember when I was thinner, I like it when she was doing videos on calisthenics for beginners. That's awesome. And I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure she's helped a bunch of people and like that. This video is my only exposure to her. This video was pandering ass fucking bullshit. Maybe she's a narcissist. Can't be content with any set of circumstances. Possibly. This is funny. Alan, I turned 3 friends onto your YouTube channel. 2 are no longer speaking to me, and 1 joins me for 6-mile walks. The one that joins you for 6-mile walks is the one friend you want to keep, because that means they want to do the same lifestyle choices you're doing. The other ones are fat people who would likely pull you down to being fatness, because there is a thing called obesity. Obesity is a societal contagion. If all your friends are fat, the likelihood that you're going to get fat is much, much higher. If everybody in your family is fat, that's why you're going to end up fat, because you're going to eat the same way. You're going to have the same habits. You're going to do the same things. It is a societal contagion that we have to stomp the fuck out, which is why what she said is complete bullshit. And I'll have to stand up against it. Thank you very much for trying to turn people onto the channel. The only negativity was that we less fuel for famine, but we got plenty of food. Shit. Not only that, but you're more capable of getting your own food. You're more capable of getting your own food, Yeah, she went hiking in the mountain. She looked pretty happy. That's what I'm saying. Alan, I missed the dark side part. Can you point it out to me? That's what I'm saying. Where was the fucking dark side? I still don't feel great about myself. Stop it. This is fucking insightful as fuck. The problem with selling a fitness journey is that the journey can never be over. Well, I am not good at selling a fitness journey, because I have literally gotten to the point where I don't even need supplements anymore. The supplements that I help create, I don't even need them anymore. So, and that was always the goal, by the way. As I've said, supplements are to be supplemental. They're fabulous products. No Morbidity is a fabulous fucking product, but it is not something to just always fucking be, it is not something to just always need. Like, you should not want to need any of that. You should be able to manage it by eating whole food, staying away from ultra processed foods, getting proper hydration, sleep, stress relief, those sorts of things. And that's why you should join the Hunger Free and Happy app. You can even join for free. There'll be ads, but you can join for free. I think she was fishing for compliments. Possibly. Very possibly. What she was doing was really fucking with people, though. Thanks. 30 more to go. Join the app. Join the challenge. I'm telling you, $9.99 a month. You get to use all the workout programs. Join the live classes, the pre-recorded classes you have access to. You can join any of the challenges. It'll help keep you motivated every single day. Join the app. I'm telling you, it'll help you. And we want people that are driven and going there. We want people to be able to use the app to help reduce their ultra processed foods, get a better handle on their hydration, those sorts of things. We want that. Oh yeah, the fat hate is real when you change. They fucking can't stand it. That's why they say that nobody hates fat people more than an ex-fat. No, that's not true. That's not true. Nobody hates being fat more than fat people. They just lie to themselves. But anyway, folks, I am going to go cook some food for the lovely wife and I to enjoy, and then I'm going to be working on the app more. It's time to get it put up on iOS also instead of just Google. So I hope all of you have a fucking phenomenal day. Go to this QR code or go to the link in the description box below or go to the link in the chat. Join the Hunger Free and Happy app on Google. Hope to see you there. God damn. Wait, hang on. Kelsey, what kind of equipment do you need for classes? Normally none, but sometimes just hand dumbbells. And you can definitely join. So I believe this, I don't know which class this is. Oh, hang on. I can find out which class it is this week. This week you need dumbbells. It's a dumbbell circuit this week. Get at it. Hope you all have a great day. Goddamn.